Once again, this is your host, Caleb Gipson, bringing you another episode of The Road to Financial Freedom. I want to start the program by thanking everyone who tuned in order to let you know that your support is definitely appreciated. Today's topic can be summed up as teams accomplish more than individuals. In business, it's a general principle that can hardly be refuted, that you must assemble a team of knowledgeable and capable individuals in order to be successful. However, this principle also applies to life in its entirety. In the principles of instructions and methods course I'm finishing up right now, I've learned a lot about the importance of social interactions and how pivotal they are to effective learning. Research shows that children are more interested, learn more, engage into the activity at a higher degree, develop heightened levels of perspective, and are better equipped for the workplace when they engage in cooperative learning rather than learning by themselves. This is something that is compelling enough to demonstrate how effective cooperative learning can be in any environment alone. So, why aren't our school systems trying harder to take advantage of these results? I don't know, and that's a question that we won't consider here. But it is something to think about since employment and the sphere of business ownership heavily revolve around interpersonal relationships. In fact, businesses themselves are spending huge amounts of money on workplace seminars and relationship-building exercises to correct the process that was lacking. In reality, programs such as this podcast and other mediums used to inform people about subjects we didn't learn about in school are only corrective measures that spontaneously evolve out of society's growing need. Therefore, because America has seen so much societal development, we have developed a need for proper social behavior and networking in the business sector as well as in all other spheres of life. Whether indulging in the stock market, real estate, or mass distribution services, you must be versed in proper communication, be open to networking with a range of diverse people, and build a team dedicated to forwarding your endeavor to its utmost potential. The obvious members would be an attorney and a tax expert. However, you also want more business-specific members also. For example, if I plan to organize a realty firm, it would be very beneficial to get to know a plethora of real estate agents whom I can contract through the firm. Likewise, an assistant who helps organize my schedule and attend meetings in my stead could help maintain optimal efficiency and ensure that I'm able to properly juggle my personal life and business life in a way that's manageable. And because perspective and experience can foster success, I may even employ a business consultant to mentor me while simultaneously opening up my social horizons to include their personal contacts. Of course, there are many people who could be beneficial to me, such as stockbrokers and representatives of management companies, but I won't get into all of that because examples are valuable due to the principles they convey and not their literal context. Therefore, the principle of finding what's necessary for your particular venture is what's important. Needless to say, if you own a book publishing company, you may not have a business-related need for a stockbroker, but it may be beneficial for you to build a rapport with book distributors. The trade or service specialization of your business, along with your budget, should dictate how you build your team. Another maxim related to building your team should be, whatever my team knows, I know. This is important to remember for two reasons. Number one, because it helps you remain aware of what sort of knowledge you need to know and who could bring this sort of knowledge to your team. Then, number two, it helps you remain aware of the fact that you want to know. This is part of the reason that you build your team with qualified, experienced, knowledgeable, and or well-connected individuals. Napoleon Hill called what I just described the mastermind group. The reason why the term mastermind was used is because the various minds of the group mesh into one integrated mental being for the purpose of accomplishing one task. Similar and ideal, a great African-American leader once said that 50 black men with the same purpose can accomplish anything. However, it's now realized that it doesn't matter if it's 50 Chinese men, 50 white women, or 50 male and female Eskimos. A conglomeration of people who have a desire to accomplish the same goal can come together and accomplish that goal much easier than one person could. And it doesn't matter what their individual motivations are neither, because as long as their effort is being exerted in the appropriate way, then they will still increase the amount of constructive synergy produced by the collective coalition. Some of you may be thinking, okay, I understand who I should include in my team, but where do I meet these sort of people? Honestly, it depends on what you're doing and who you're looking for. For example, if I'm looking for real estate agents, I would start my search at a local REIA or an online forum designed to accommodate real estate agents. The reason why I'd start in one of the two places that I just described is because the venue is specifically tailored to my concerns. So, the lesson to be taken from this example is to find what you're looking for by searching for it in the appropriate setting. Always think subject specific. Another key to this episode's topic, is networking in general. The only way you can build your image and platform is by putting yourself out there. So, when you meet new people, don't be shy. Let people know who you are and what you do. Yet, don't be solicitous to the point that the mood becomes uncomfortable or they get annoyed. Everything about the conversation being used should feel natural and casual. You never want to seem pushy or overbearing because then no one will want to work with you. It's also good to build rapport with others on a personal level so that the connection is more profound and the person you're networking with can get a feel for your positive characteristics. This could be beneficial in getting them to possibly be a reference for you. Plus, people are naturally more receptive to and willing to help people they like. So, be polite and enthusiastic. Another important part of networking is exchanging contact information and then periodically checking in. If you get a person's number who is a potential investor, send them a text every 2 or 3 weeks to make sure that you keep the relationship alive. Of course, with time, you'll end up networking with a lot of people, and sending each one of them personalized texts or calling them may be too much. So, a way to get around this particular problem is by creating an email address you solely use for business and compile your various associates' email addresses in the contact list for that email. Then, once you've met with, had several conversations with, and developed a social familiarity with those in your network who you don't have a need to communicate with very frequently, you can begin to send group emails to your entire contact list monthly in order to keep everyone updated on business-related information. These emails won't be personal in the sense of saying, hey, how is your wife doing? But they will keep your network aware of what you're doing. And if they read something in one of these emails that grabs their attention, you may have just finally hooked them into buying your product, renting out your services, or doing some other form of business with you. As for those who play a more pivotal role in your network, such as an assistant, it's beneficial to keep communication more personal. An example, via phone call, text, or video conference. The point of this all is to stress the importance of sociability. Honestly, it can't be stressed enough, and without paying close attention to how you conduct your social time, failure is imminent. Well, it's been wonderful, but my time is almost up. So I want to end this program by thanking you for tuning in and encourage you to tune in to the next episode of The Road to Financial Freedom. And as I came in the beginning, I now leave in peace.